Hello everybody, my name is Nintendo, and today with me, especially in the top corner.
Hi, I'm HorribleChopstick. You probably know me from TEPPEN and other things, but mostly TEPPEN. That's why I'm here. TEPPEN.
TEPPEN. Thank you again for joining me, Chopstick. Much appreciated, buddy.
Of course.
So,
very, very glad to be here. Big news today.
Big bloody news, everybody. If you haven't seen it and you've been living under a rock, there was a Japanese TEPPEN Asia did their stream last night. I had no idea what was happening. I was with friends playing D&D, and I'm just like, I saw it at the end of the night. It was like nearly at 12 o'clock at midnight. I look at my phone, I see a Twitter feed, I see Kyle P message, "My turtle!" And I'm like, what's he going on about? And then I checked and I was like, oh, hello.
Stuff is happening.
Stuff is happening. We have the new...
Stuff will be happening.
Will be happening, yeah. Will be happening. We have the new expansion. It is a Dark Agenda, aka Ada. The new... I like it. I like it that it is just...
I do too. I think that's very clever. I'm on board with that part.
Yeah. And if you are curious, no, Strider is not the new hero. Sorry to burst any bubbles. But the Strider universe is now in TEPPEN. So
Strider is going to be in the game, yeah, and has a card, so good starting point. Also, I wonder real quick, so they did a Dark Agenda ADA. I wonder if they pulled that off in Japanese too. If any of our friends that watch and speak Japanese know what's up, let us know if they were able to pull off the same like wordplay kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm curious
in the
about
Japanese title.
Yeah. So so that was dropped. The Play TEPPEN stream happened just like 2 hours ago. It was 6 o'clock in the morning for me. I woke up, I watched it. So I was for all that. So we got to see a whole bunch of new information. So TEPPEN website has been updated, guys. There's a trailer for it. If you have not seen it, go check it out. It's actually pretty damn cool. It explains what Ada was doing all this time in the shadows, because Ada pretty much...
A lot.
Yeah, she was doing a lot. She was manipulating everyone. Everyone's kind of got their own little things here. I noticed that Amaterasu and Oichi are not part of this list of the heroes. The one thing I know that stood out.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's the one thing that stood out to me was that, okay, I don't see Amaterasu or Oichi in here. But I think it's because them two specifically didn't have Ada in their stories. Like,
oh yeah,
the priestess is what led Oichi to the Land of Illusion.
Right.
I forgot what happened with the Amaterasu.
But believe it or not, TEPPEN is not a narrative-driven game, despite what they might want you to believe.
Yeah, so it says here...
The story is just a backdrop.
It is a backdrop. It says, all heroes aiming for the Land of Illusion have finally been assembled. I remember somebody in the live stream of Play TEPPEN said, so is that it? No more heroes? And it's like, no. It's just...
yeah. It's the end of... This is kind of the end of, like, chapter 1 of the TEPPEN story, right?
Yeah, that's what we're going
for.
Season
Season 1, let's say, of the TEPPEN story, right? And so this is the wrap-up of Season 1, and then we'll be on Season 2 after that.
Yeah, so Ada's assembled all the heroes, so now we're going to find out, I guess, more about the lore, TEPPEN lore, which is cool. How did you go with the TEPPEN love test? Because they did reveal all the answers for that as well.
I didn't take that.
Oh, you didn't take it? That's all right.
Scored a big fat 0.
Scored a big 0. That's all right.
Yeah.
All pieces.
How'd you do?
I think at best I got 8 or 9 right.
Okay.
So it was mainly, I think it was like the last 2 questions that were ridiculously difficult that probably no one had a clue. So it was,
I know a lot of the in-game stuff that's happened in the TEPPEN universe, or like, of course, about the cards or the arts or whatever, but I know almost nothing about like Capcom lore outside of that. I've played almost none of these games at all ever. Monster Hunter World is the only Capcom game I've played that's of any sort of recent vintage.
Well, the hard questions in the Love Quest were related to Monster Hunter. Like, one of them was like, and I think it was kind of obvious for most people, like, what was Ryu's gloves made of? That was a question.
Even knowing nothing about Monster Hunter, I would have gotten that right because of the context of the fact that they're red and scaly, and 2 of those things were obviously not correct. And then it was Nerd or Wrath, and they're red.
Yeah,
I don't know. Seems pretty apparent.
One was cool. What was Rathalos stabbed with? And it was in its artwork over the course of the cards.
Right.
That was a cool one. That one made sense because there was a dagger in its back. And guess who freaking stabbed? Guess who stabbed Rathalos?
Our manipulator here behind the scenes.
The other one was, which I knew, but I forgot what it was called, was what did Nergigante look for when he destroyed Feline's village? And immediately my head clicked I think it was that gold object, but I didn't know what the hell it was called. So
it was not the gold orb.
not the golden orb, because the golden shell. But
The golden shell, yeah.
that's what I figured, but I just didn't know what its name was. So, unfortunately, so Ada Wong is the new hero, guys. She's looking fine. It is the woman in the cloak. No big surprise. Kind of expected when someone pointed out to me, and then I looked at some images. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a hook shot. Holy crap, it is Ada.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was figured out like within a month of the game coming out that it was Ada.
I didn't.
And we've known that the entire time. Like, like in the artwork and the story, I was like, oh yeah, that's Ada. I'm very certain that I remember even that far back people talking about it. You're like, no, that's Ada Wong. Oh, okay.
It was more along the lines of like, okay, yeah, it was no surprise, but it was more like, when is she coming? I wasn't sure if they were going to drop her then or now or later. So she's out now. So she brings some new tools. She does support old archetypes for purple. So, which is looking pretty damn nice. So, if you'd like to take away from here, we'll start with the first hero art.
Yeah,
Blackout.
Hero arts. Also, I don't think costs have been revealed yet.
No,
I have
they
not
are.
seen them anywhere. Have you?
They are actually in the videos. So,
great.
we'll play the video
Let's do
quickly for you guys. Blackout.
Blackout's really cool. Not only does this, it looks like it kills the unit, but it in fact removes it from the game, which is extremely relevant. It doesn't trigger on death effects, it doesn't send it to the graveyard, it doesn't trigger revenge or anything like that. It's just exiled and gone, which is much needed. And also that's a pretty purple effect, is to like, you know, it's like the bounce effects, but also like exile effects and stuff like that, where it's not damage based, it's not death based, it's you know, I'm erasing you from existence, which feels like a purple mechanic.
Yeah. So a lot of purple stuff that is focused on lowering attack units is still going to be in this game, but at one point when we get to it, guys, they're not going to exist anymore, so there's got to be some more support for it. But yeah, it is basically, oh, you got a card with 3 less attack, that's out, it's gone.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's great. Wait, what was the cost on that? You said it and I forgot to even look. I got distracted by the animation.
It is 22 AP to launch.
22. Okay. So a little pricey, but also it's a pretty powerful thing.
It is a powerful thing, so I think 22 is fair.
Yeah.
Everything's going according to plan.
And like you said, in combination with purple's many mechanics of reducing attack, you know, you'll have ways to work down big things to that as well. And I suspect we're going to see quite a few cards that pertain to that.
Yeah.
Certainly, we've seen some cards that tie in with our other arts as well.
Exactly, yeah. If people don't know, Iowa did make a deck all about literally board locking your opponent and lowering their attack. This hero art practically complements it 100%.
Yep.
But his idea is not to... So do the other ones. So do the other ones, but his idea of the deck is to board lock the opponent. I mean, this is getting rid of it, so it does complement.
So opening up space. But it's nice, even if you're playing a board lock style deck, to have that tool of like, okay, well, this is problematic, even if I were to board lock you. So now having a way to get rid of whatever that thing is really nice.
Yeah. All right, next up, we got Mirage Decoy. Take it away.
This one's cool.
All right, let's
play
this
it up.
for you.
Yeah, I like this. You lock your own board spots, and then I think it sends everything back to the deck, right? That costs equal to the number of board spots you lock plus 2.
Yeah, so lock all your empty board slots for 10 seconds. So basically, you're doing a what's the purple card that does that for all
ceasefire?
You're doing a ceasefire to yourself. All enemy units with an MP cost equal to or less than the board slots that you've locked plus 2 are bounced back to the deck. So
now the way it's written is not quite that though. The way it's written is that it's the number of board slots that have locked, not that you locked with that art, but in total. So if you have already previously locked some of your opponent's board slots, that should count towards your total number of board slots locked.
No. It's all of your empty board slots. So it's specifically you, not the whole board. It's just yourself. The one thing I noticed about some of these new...
Scroll down a little bit. It's behind your head.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. All right. No, I don't think so. It's all enemy units with an MP cost equal to or less than the number of board slots inflicted with lock plus 2 to the deck. And so why wouldn't board slots it's all board slots inflicted with lock. Not with lock by this ability. It's total number of slots inflicted with lock plus 2. That's the way I read it.
Okay.
So if you've already locked one of your opponent's board slots and 3 of your own, then it could go to 6.
Okay. So I guess I missed that part.
I could be wrong, but that's just the way I read it.
No. Your way of reading it now makes me think, okay, so yeah, you could theoretically lock some of your opponent's boards and then lock all of yours, and then you can bounce.
Like you could put bangle one of theirs and then do yours, and then that's the total plus 2.
Yeah. So you're bouncing
which is
everything.
better. Like
yeah,
that just makes it better than the initial way you had read it.
definitely.
So hopefully it can go beyond that.
So this is
24.
a 24 cost. So this one's pretty costly, but it is a pretty powerful bounce to.
Yeah, but also bouncing 2 to 3 units is a very powerful effect to deck, also not to hand. So
yeah, so definitely for that one. And the last one, breakaway. So let's get this one. I actually absolutely like.
Yeah, a lot of people were really high on this one. The old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo. So this is an AP cost of 16. It's basically you can. So it's a good way for purple to rescue a bullet's one of their weak units, swap it with a different one in their hand.
It's a super rescuer bullet in some ways. Yeah.
Yeah. So the unit you rescue goes into your X pocket, and its MP cost gets reduced by 2.
Yep. And then it puts another unit that's in your EX pocket back on the field. Now, the unit you pick up has to be purple.
Yes. So
I believe the unit you put down also has to be purple.
So it's specifically saying purple, so you can't really abuse this one, which is fine. I'm not too fussed about it. I love that she's grappling hooking a wyvern from Monster Hunter.
Yep.
So that's a little homage to Monster Hunter there. But I'm wondering. I'm not sure because someone said that if your X pocket is full, will this still work though? Because it swaps. But I'm wondering if you need to have a slot open though. That's the one thing I wasn't sure.
I was wondering about that, or if it'll still work, but it'll just burn the unit you pick up.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
Which I would be okay with that, but I mean that would make it more powerful. Again, right? That's a more powerful reading of this ability. Is that if you activate it and you just burn something cheap and you don't care about it, but you still get to put something powerful into play, that's strong. That's a really strong thing for 16 AP. Also, it only being 16, cheap arts are good, as we've found out over the life of this game. Turns out being able to do your art more often is often a really powerful thing.
I'm just wondering now, if V is in my X pocket, oh god, that is just painful for the opponent. Yeah,
and you get rid of a 3 cost to to bring him, which is now a 1 cost in your hand if you had the slot for it.
Yeah. There's some pretty ridiculous stuff out of this. I mean, there's a lot to explore into it, but yeah. So next to all this stuff, guys, we've also got revealed some cards, but we'll get into the cards later. Gonna bring up what playtest also was revealed on the live stream. So we got an official announcement for the rotation, finally, about standard / unlimited. So this was revealed towards the very end. As you can see, Chopstick has literally flipped his back because it was such a disappointing end. Everything about this whole reveal was just like, we're soaring high. And I feel like I want to create a segment right now. I want to do this. So I've got to get my field reporter in the field now for these guys. He's going to be Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung is literally going to tell you with his own feelings about what everyone thought. And we'll play that in this segment right now.
All right.
Fatality.
And that's pretty much how everyone's feeling.
Yeah, the hype was strong, the momentum was moving, and then hang on.
We're gonna hit
pause on that.
That was the fatality of that's a fatality moment of the year. So the feelings were pretty bad there. So basically, I wasn't expecting what they said. So basically, Day of Nightmares, Devil's Awaken, and the Force Seekers are all being rotated out. May.
That's great.
It's great. This is great. These three.
Yeah, but it's the win, not the what.
It's the win. Yeah. So moving forward, So after this set is released with Ada, we have to wait another 2 months, and then
at least.
Yeah.
We're not guaranteed that it'll be 2 months after that the next set will come out. So it could be as long as 3. But yeah, minimum 2 months after this set comes out. Then when the next set comes out, that's when this happens. And the unlimited format will be added, which uses everything, and these sets will rotate out of standard. But like you said, after that, it should be good because every time a new set comes out, an old set will rotate out. So we'll have a group that is always rotating in standard. And that'll be good, and that'll be really healthy for the game. And I am looking forward to it. But yeah, it was definitely a little bit a momentum killer to hear that, hey, yeah, there's going to be set rotation later. Still later. And we've been hearing that one for a while. So at least we have a hard date for it now.
Yeah.
Roughly. We know the next set, it's going to happen. And that's great. But man, it's really disappointing that like, hey, new hero, bunch of new cards, this is going to be great, but it's very unlikely that it's going to completely upend the meta entirely by itself, and that most likely we're going to continue seeing the same things we're seeing now because those decks are tested and powerful, and it's going to be really hard. Like still can't play 3-drops no matter how cool the new hero is, no matter how cool these abilities are, you still can't play 3-drops.
No.
So
I feel like I wanted to sort of explore the game quickly and sort of go over like just what things look like without these 3 expansions and what specifically the colors look like. Because I definitely know with these 3 removed, red and black look very different now.
Yes.
Specifically black. There is a lot in there that it changes things up, and I'm kind of glad about it. But again, we'll have a more defining moment when we have Ada's expansion in, and then you can actually look at it. But this is the news. This is what's making some people pretty salty, because I know Cosplay was asking, he missed out, and he wanted to know what was the big thing, and I pretty much said, this is the salt. Because I know he wanted to know.
This is both the best and worst part of the show, for sure. Yeah. New set's cool, new heroes cool, but expected. Set rotation is very welcome, but it's just a long wait. But in a couple months we won't care. Like it'll be here and it'll be great.
Man, I remember when I saw this, I was up last night. Like I was like, I gotta wake up for this, but I was in bed. I'm just like opening the game up. I'm going through all the stuff. I'm like, oh my god, man, there's so much that's gonna change now. All these decks, and then they tell us this. I'm like, I was just heartbroken.
Something I was thinking about as well was that we have specifically with Ada, all these like board lock mechanics, but a lot of the old board lock mechanics will rotate out.
Yeah,
with this rotation.
There's not like
right?
only
so Ceasefire and Bangle are gone, and those are the two most commonly used ones.
Yeah, and the only one that was technically the first one was
Magic Seal.
Magic Seal.
And it costs like
7
6 or 7. So,
7.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, no, that's not good. That's not good enough.
Nah, so there's got to be some new ones. So yeah. All right, guys, let's go over some of the new cards now. So, first up, obviously, the Strider Hero universe is in. So we got SA class Strider Hero. He is a red card. He is a 5-cost. This is the animation, so we'll get to the cards. We'll just show you these ones, and we'll show you what they do.
Cool.
Because they do some pretty cool animations. So Strider has Rush as a 5-cost, which is cool. And he randomly explores for one of 3 random cards every time he's attacking. So every time he hits, he'll explore. So that's pretty cool. That's the first one. Golden Tempest Rajang. This is also pretty cool, but also kind of like, what the hell is going on with this dude? So he's a 2/8.
I haven't seen him yet, so this is new for me.
This is new? All right, you watch what happens, and you tell me what you think.
Okay. He comboed, and then oh no, he looks like he reset his damage and got bigger.
Yeah. So
is that a victory?
That is no. You're gonna be surprised when we get to it. You'll see. Subtle Butterfly Ada. So this is the Ada legendary that is revealed as always with the new hero expansion.
She looks cool.
Yep. There's more to her ability. This is just part 1.
Yeah, there's a lot more than that.
There's a lot more, but that's just like the first part where she just locks a board slot. Right. So that's cool. And I kind of dig this guy. I don't know why, but I actually do. I kind of got a really nice feeling from Dread Dictator and Bison. So you're probably wondering what the...
effect.
It's a cool effect, but you're probably wondering what the hell did he do?
He shielded you, it looks like, maybe?
It looked like he shielded. All right, so we'll go over the cards now. Right. And then you'll see.
Yeah, let's go through them.
So, SA class Strider Hero. 5-cost unit, legendary 2/7 for red. Rush. Attacking, randomly explore for options. 1 option A, B, or C. So he explores...
those all should have names at some point, I guess. It's just placeholder right now.
I don't know, maybe it is as it is, but it is actually just option A.
Yeah, it's got to be placeholder.
I don't know, but okay, so option A is you give a friendly unit, and it's not specifically red, just any friendly unit shield, and you deal 3 damage to 1 random enemy unit. 1 cost.
Yeah, it's pretty good for 1.
Right, it's pretty damn good. I do kind of like these ones. Option B, you give a friendly unit agility for 10 seconds only, and then you deal 3 damage to 1 random enemy unit. Alright, another 1 cost.
Seeing a recurring effect here.
Yep, and then the third one, option C, is you give 1 friendly unit flight, effective for 1 attack, and deal 3 damage to 1 random enemy unit.
Yeah, those are all good, and it's every time he attacks, so you can just keep throwing stuff on him. Give him flight, give him agility.
This is perfect for Jill. Jill just basically got a massive buff with Strider here, and all the explores.
For one set, right?
For one set, yeah.
And then she loses a lot of the Explorer power.
Come May, she's going to lose a lot, but this is nice.
Like there has been some Explorer stuff since then, including this, so there might still be something there, but it's going to look very different.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of the traditional Explorer cards will be rotated out. All right, here's Rajang. I'm so curious.
Okay, so he has combo. When HP becomes 4 or less, turn into Raging Gold Lion Rajang. He's a 7-cost legendary 2/8. So what does Raging Gold Rajang have? He is a 9, 310 heavy pierce combo unit.
Okay, cool. Great.
Dude transforms at 4 HP. Like, what?
Having... I think that's cool that there's like an auto transform mechanic because we haven't really had that, right? All other transformation mechanics have required you to make some trigger happen, whether it's growth or play an action, right? For like Dante and I think Lucia both flip on action, stuff like that. So it's interesting to have something that just auto transforms. You just set it down and forget it, and you can do other stuff. Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
That's very powerful. So yeah, coming with heavy piercing combo, like 3 attack is not much, but it's got a lot of HP. It will survive. You can always buff it, I guess, in that situation. If you can find a way. Give it Doll's Memories, give it, I don't know, whatever the hell you want. It's just, you buff this thing. It is part of the monster tribe, so I don't know if monster's going to get some changes added to them, but hey, that's a Golden Rajang, so that's what that does.
Neat. Well, and Heavy Pierce continues getting printed more and more, which is scary.
Yeah, that is also scary. I'm afraid of that. All right, Subtle Butterfly Ada. So she's a 6-cost, 3/5 legendary. So when she's placed on the field, she randomly locks one of your empty board slots for 10 seconds, and then give all enemy units -1 attack for 1 attack. Whenever one of your board slots is inflicted with lock, you gain MP +1. So if I'm correct, she refunds you 1 mana on play.
Yes.
Okay. Or if you already got another board slot, she can refund you 2 on play.
Yeah, if you have another one locked and then you play her.
Yeah.
Or even if you have 2 locked and you play her, even if she doesn't trigger, you still get 2 because you have 2 that are locked.
True. Okay. Yeah. That's because it's it's that whenever one of your board slots.
Yeah. So that's a new line, so it's a separate thing.
Yeah. On death, she returns to the X pocket. Then place 1 random purple unit with an MP cost of 3 or less from your hand or X pocket on the field. Trigger that unit's when played abilities.
Yeah. I'm still wrapping my head around the interaction between that and then the art that swaps things in your hand. Like, there's going to be some crazy stuff that comes of that. That particular interaction is going to be wild.
That's she gets so much value out of her, and she never dies, which is like, okay. This is great.
And then you can also like add extra plus MP effects on her on death, and then she bounces back to your hand and spikes your MP, so you can immediately play her back down again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. I think those are options in both. I think I forget what card is it that does that. There's a card that adds MP on death in purple.
Oh yeah. It's a 1-cost action. Crap. I need to have my iPad. I'll have to go.
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna pull it up here.
Chop's gonna find it. Oh.
Miraculous Awakening gives a friendly unit death, returns itself to the EX pocket. Memory 4 gives that unit death +2 MP. So, will you get 2 copies of her if you put that on her and she dies?
Oh, you might. I think you might actually. I think you.
I don't know. Yeah. The way multiple copies work in this game is very funky, and people have been using that for a long time in various ways with Sigma and stuff. So, there's a very good chance that it's wonky enough that it could work, but we'll see. I don't actually know off the top of my head, but
2 Subtle Butterfly Adas is hilarious though. But yeah, I love this. This does actually.
2 is just the start, my friend.
Yeah, 2. It's a start.
You keep multiplying them. Yeah.
But this does add some intrigue. So like this is cool. Like it's utilizing an old mechanic that was probably just basically stopping your opponent, but you're board locking yourself now to use some effects, so it adds different playstyle to purple as well.
There's definitely some risk associated with that, right? Locking your own board,
yes.
Especially with how board heavy the game has become, kind of in the post X Hunters time.
All right, based off from this or so, we still don't know a lot of cards, but how fair do you think Ada will work right now in the meta, just based on some of the stuff you've seen so far?
Like, I mean, if she was at, are you talking about the hero or this legendary?
The hero, I guess, because I mean you have to try to build a deck that
Fine.
can support
I don't
stuff.
think it would be enough to push purple over the top.
Not yet.
Compared to the dominant decks on the meta. Like I don't think that by itself is enough to really push anything.
No.
You know, it would be better. Certainly the lower attack deck that you were talking about that Iowa had developed and was talking about would be better, but I don't think it would be top tier. Certainly, I don't think it's better than the best decks that are out there right now.
No. Once the rotation hits, I think that's when we'll get the proper cycle.
Post rotation will be great. There'll be some silly things you can do with her while you do have access to things like Ceasefire. You know, while those are still in rotation. But you know, I'm sure that there's going to be other cards that come that support both of these archetypes, the lower attack and also the board lock. I think, you know, we'll see additional cards in this set that support that.
Yeah.
So you won't necessarily need those older cards, although Ceasefire is a very powerful tool in pretty much any purple deck. So especially right now against, you know, like Oichi, you can lock and prevent them from firing their art, which is nice if you're willing to even make that attempt. But that's what I do with it when I'm feeling bold and playing purple. But yeah, right now dropping her in, I don't think it would be like a meta shifting thing.
There might be some meta shifting cards, but not about the show of the hero. But we'll have to see.
I think this card is really cool, though. I'm really excited to play around with that card. I think it's just going to do a lot of crazy things. So
some pretty cool bouncing, because we've been playing Marvel Duel and we've been enjoying the whole bounce system. So
Mystics and Dark Dimension and everything, bouncing stuff back and forth from your hand. So this is kind of like doing that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun stuff. All right, so now you're curious about the Dread Dictator and Bison.
Yeah.
So 7 cost, 3/9. While on the field, give your hero immune to life sacrifice effects. When another unit dies, add 1 Psycho Power to your X pocket. When he ascends, he gains Veil, and he destroys 1 random enemy unit with 5 HP or less. I don't know, but okay. I kind of dig him.
I think he's really cool. Man, I'm really glad Black is finally getting an Ascended unit worth anything. They just never had any powerful Ascended units before, so it's really good that they're finally getting a tool in that toolbox. No, that's ridiculous.
What do you mean, Alexio? What are you on about, man?
No, that was very much a joke. That was very much a joke.
Yeah, no, clearly didn't have much.
Yeah,
but
two foxes say hi.
2 foxes. But yeah, I kind of dig this, just because you're immune to life sacrificing effects. Once he's,
I like that. I think that's really cool. I don't think the Ascended part is necessary, but I like that part. I love the first part of the card.
The first part of it.
I'm not so high on the second part in that it's probably a little too good, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like that he says, I grab Psycho Power and put it into your X pocket.
I like that too, and I like that you're immune to life sacrifice. I think those are both really cool things. I also think that finally gives, like, you can build all-in, like, Spike Launch a little more efficiently now without needing to rely on heals, because instead you can at some point be like, all right, I've hit my 12, I can now do this and avoid sacrificing life for some amount of time while I jam some stuff out of my hand.
I was having the same feeling on that stuff, so that's what I thought. I was like, yeah,
that part is really cool. The Psycho Power generation is really cool. The Ascended is really terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely a really powerful card.
Yeah, I kind of dig that about him. So yeah, that's Dread Bison, and yeah, that's her.
It's hard to think about him post rotation, because that's really the picture we need to paint, right? Is that like right now he's just another awesome Black legendary. You can just jam in every Black deck right now because he fits in with all of them. He's great for Raging Demon. He's great for Oichi. You're just gonna slam him in there, and he's gonna do great work for you.
Oh man, Raging Demon next month. I think I'm going to be playing Raging Demon just because of him, because I could just drop him and that's it.
It's already a very powerful deck, and this is just another cool thing you can do in that deck.
Oh my god, he's basically like
How about 3 Psycho Powers in that deck?
Oh my god, this is another Alexia. I'm just looking at it right now because of the Ascension. This is dumb. This is just dumb.
It's when any other unit dies, not opponent units, not your own units. It's any other unit, and that happens a lot. So
yeah, that's fine. Great. You get Psycho Power, but it's just more like I Raging Demon him. I'll pop the unit in front, and if there's a 5 HP or less, I'm gonna pop it.
Right.
Oh god, it's another Alexia.
And then you get a Psycho Power, and he gets Veil.
Yeah.
And then you get a bunch more Psycho Powers because they can't do anything about it.
It's like, Psycho Powers, come!
And also you're not paying any life on those Psycho Powers. Cool.
All right, so those are some of the cards. Now we'll talk about the other ones that were revealed. TEPPEN did reveal some more. Okay, where is it? Okay, so here we go. Here's another one. Her name is Kyoga Maria.
Maria.
Kagyo Maria, 5 cost purple, human 110. Whenever one of your board slots are inflicted with lock, gain +2 attack. When lock is removed, deal damage to one random enemy unit equal to own attack and give your hero 2 life.
I think she's really cool.
I like that.
And like, yeah, I think this ties in really well with that mechanic, with the board lock mechanic. It remains to be seen how good that's actually going to be, but like, I think this is a really cool card and a really cool effect. It's something new, and just ways to interact with that board lock is really neat. And also, like, even just one trigger, right? She becomes a 3/10, and then you're also dealing bonus damage and healing off of.
Yeah.
And then a second trigger because she becomes a 5/10, and like, because that's a permanent thing that doesn't fall off.
Yeah.
So you're a 5 whatever. Like two triggers is insane value on a 5-drop with this.
Yeah, a very, very powerful 5 drop for purple they got. And black got Punishment of Betrayal. These dudes came from This dude's from Resident Evil 1, if I'm correct. That's Wesker back in his STARS uniform from the looks of things. Resident Evil 0.
Okay.
Resident Evil 0, if I'm correct. Based on what
I believe you.
So, I was reading this wrong when I first saw it. Destroy one random enemy unit with 3 or more attack. I thought that was 3 or less attack because it's a 5 cost. I'm like, why would I want to play this? And then I looked at it,
it's 3 or more.
3 or more, and then you give one random friendly unit +1/+1. So
it's really powerful.
This
it's
it's
balanced-ish compared to some of the destroy effects black has access to, and I think it'll be all right at 5. But it does have the capability of hitting basically, if they play a single legendary or whatever, you can just immediately like boop. It's sample collection, right?
It is sample collection. I think it's going to replace the destructive instinct that people have been running. Because destructive instinct was like you destroy a unit and you take damage equal to its attack.
Right.
So this has to make them think not to play anything higher than 3 attack.
Or multiple things.
Or multiple
because it's random.
Because it is a random specific target. So I think that's fine. Like, it's random. So it's unless they got one on the field, then
like in a world where black didn't have so many destroy effects, it would be completely fine.
Yeah.
Right. And we will be in that world in the future.
We will be there definitely in the future. All right. That is not all the cards, though.
No.
Appeared. So all the heroes now that are in the game.
Shout out to that artwork.
Yeah, man. This is some pretty cool stuff here.
With everybody. Yeah. The 16 character artwork.
Yes. Also, the TEPPEN home screen got a brand new update. We'll be getting a new update as well. There's a brand new image. I don't have it with me, so I forgot to grab that.
It's not this one, but it's kind of like this one, that it has all 16 characters kind of in the, like, what your background art is behind that image, right? The traditional TEPPEN artwork. It's that, but kind of remade with all the characters now, which is great. I'm glad they decided when they hit double the original to put that, because I know people have been asking for swag that featured that kind of stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
And now we got it.
All right. So now we got more new cards as well. So here we go.
Okay.
We got more.
I have not seen any of these.
Okay, so Amaterasu, 6 cost, 2/9. I believe these are all just basics or commons or something like that. So when this unit is placed on the field, give your hero all friendly units gain +1 attack for 30 seconds.
Okay, so it's a tiny version of the art, right?
Yes, it's a tiny version of the hero art, Celestial Envoy.
Yep.
So that's what Amaterasu does. So all these effects, some of them are pretty cool, some can be considered pretty basic, depending. Next up is Ryu. 7 cost, 2/7. He's an epic, so I guess they're all different. He has Rush. When he played, he deals 5 damage to the unit in front. After dealing damage to the enemy, he gains +1 attack.
Okay, cool. So he immediately goes to a 3/7 if he's hit something, and then also with Rush, he'll hit again pretty quickly. So that's good. We should also mention that this ties in with that artwork. We didn't specifically say it, but it's a new card for each of the 16 heroes.
It is a new card for
is what these are
here. Yeah.
In this set. Yep. That is seemingly not a legendary. I don't think any of them are legendaries.
I don't think so. I think this is a permanent buff, so he keeps gaining +1 attack after dealing damage. So, which is cool.
It's the opposite of Ragi, right?
Yeah.
Where Ragi, every time he takes damage, he gains 1. This is every time he deals damage, he gains 1. But he deals when played, and it also has Rush, so he'll get 2 very quick triggers.
So, I mean, his costs might seem detrimental.
Yeah, it's pretty pricey for the effect.
Yeah, so we'll have to see if it does see play, but people might make it work. Next
but
up...
Red's going to lose access to a lot of their legendaries.
Yeah.
So we've got to fill that with something.
Yep. So next up we got Rathalos. He's a 5/2/5. He has Flight and Rush. After dealing damage to the enemy hero, he deals 1 damage to a random enemy unit equal to his attack.
It kind of reminds me a little bit, not quite, of Valstrax.
Just a little
with
bit.
The flight and the rush and the extra effect, but it's just a little shade there, but
he's got
okay.
Lucia's effect, if I'm correct. Devil Lucia.
Right. It's a small one, but yeah.
But if you keep buffing his attack, he's going to deal his attack to the board units. And like Dread King Rathalos, he's basically a smaller version of that. So yeah, that's a pretty good one, I would say.
That's also 2-color playable, which is relevant sometimes for more if you're leaning more towards aggro.
Definitely. Jill, 4/1/5. When played, she explores for a handgun. When you're exploring, she will gain the following abilities in sequential order. First, she gains +1 attack. Second, she gains combo.
Okay. So basically all of these are kind of like small versions of their legendary counterparts that already exist in the game. So it seems. Yeah. Which is cool.
So I think this is probably will be played for Jill's because,
I'm
pretty
sure
sure
lose a lot of the explore stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when you play her first ability should automatically trigger as well. So she should gain that +1 attack immediately.
Explore, yep. So she'll become a 2/5 and then can pick up combo.
Which
is pretty good, but also she's just an explore generator, which is going to be important because they're going to lose a lot of explore generators in that deck after the rotation.
Yeah, so they're going to need that. All right, next we got Feline. 5/1/8. He has an MP boost of 20. After taking damage and surviving, he gives 1 other random friendly unit +1 attack.
Okay.
So he's giving out attack every time he takes damage.
And some of the MP boost cards will rotate, so... Right, Layer's going to rotate out, I believe?
Yeah, Layer's core. No, sorry, that's Iris.
No, Layer's not core.
Sorry, no.
Iris is core.
Iris. Layer's gone. Yes, Layer will be gone.
Yep.
I'm not sure how I feel about him being a 5 cost. That's all.
Yeah, I was going to say, at 5 cost, though, he's not really a Layer replacement because Iris already exists and has more MP boost. But like a lot more MP boost, right?
50, definitely.
Or she's 30 now, right?
Layer? No, is it
No, Iris.
Iris is 50 still, or 40.
Oh, okay. I knew she was originally 50, so if they didn't change that, I don't remember. I know she got nerfed, but I don't know off the top of my head if it's 50 or not. But
drawing a blank on that one. Someone in chat just tell us, but
it's
whatever.
Fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
That's Feline. Next is X. 6 cost 3/5. He has anti-air. When played, he randomly distributes a total of 7 points between friendly units' HP and your hero's life. When HP is 12 or greater for the first time, gain +2 attack.
Interesting.
Been trying to wrap my head around this precisely. So is it his HP or is it your HP?
His. Yeah.
His.
It's got to be his own. Yeah. That's the only way it makes sense.
So heart tank him?
That means if you play him, right? Yeah, you heart tank him, and that's exact. Or if you play him and you're at full health and you have nothing else on the board, it should also put him to 12, right? Because that's also +7.
So he gains that +2 attack once only, and that's a permanent to him. So
and the HP gain archetype, hopefully we'll see a fix where you can't hit yourself if you're already full, and because you can't go beyond 30, or they change it so you can go beyond 30. But if they made that change where it doesn't quite work because of it hitting you doesn't trigger if you're capped already on the HP gain stuff, that archetype would get a lot better. But it struggles a lot right now because of the way it functions. But that's a change they could theoretically make with this set or a balance patch beyond that.
No, that makes sense. But that's the new X. Next up, we got Chun-Li. I like this one. 4/2/4 epic. She has shield. While in the field, other friendly green units gain +1 attack. So combo her with Karin. That gives shield every time another human is played. This is a great...
Also she is a human, yep. So that's pretty relevant for the humans deck, whether you're, playing mono green humans or something else plus green humans and like something like Coral. Her being a human is extremely relevant.
Yes. And just like other friendly green units gain +1 attack. So
Yeah, I think that will definitely see play.
yeah, I kind of really do like that one. So it's
Green Humans is a pretty good like kind of place to start. Oh hey, look, a green human.
Yeah, look, Nero is human demon. Good that they did that. He's a 3/2/4. His growth is 5, which it was 4. Level 2, he gains +2 HP and combo. At level 3, he gains +2/+3.
That's pretty good. The growth cost is a little high, but also his base cost is so low, it'll be fine. Also, he's a human.
Also, he's a human.
Also, a lot of growth cards are rotating out, so it'll be good to have some manner of growth still available because a lot of the growth cards will rotate out with the rotation. So,
yeah, Green's growth cost cards weren't exactly optimal, even if he did have a hero art based on it.
Right.
They weren't, but whatever. I think I like this, so it's good.
This is good. I'm actually a little scared of like where Green Humans is going to be after rotation because they have enough like quality cards now to make a functional like aggro deck, and a lot of the things that are keeping them in check now are probably going to be gone. So it'll be really interesting to see where that goes.
Definitely. Now we're up to purple. So Morgan, 7/2/7. She has flight and agility. After dealing damage to the enemy hero, she deals 2 damage to 1 random enemy unit inflicted with Halt. Your hero gains life equal to the damage dealt.
Okay, so they have to have Halt for that to trigger. Feels a little pricey.
Little pricey for what she is.
Flight agility is a great combo, though. Like that's a really strong combination of effects. So
yeah, I agree.
We've seen that put to good use for the entirety of this game's life. So, it seems expensive, but also just having flight agility is, and then on damage effect is pretty strong.
I mean, if you drop her and do Darkness Illusion or Temptation, and just halt the board,
right?
Okay, you're gonna get some life, and she's gonna keep hitting. So, I think that works fine. That's a good combo there. Next up, Dante, 6. I'm glad they actually made him a human demon this time instead of just being a demon. 6/5/8. While on the field, this is interesting. Yeah, he's actually got a lot. This is interesting. While on the field, all enemy units gain agility. After dealing damage to the enemy hero, return 1 random enemy unit with agility to the deck.
Okay.
This is interesting.
That is interesting. I was like, wow, he's got a ton of stats, but that's why.
Yeah. That's the reason. You're giving your opponent board all agility, but the minute he can deal damage to the hero, he's bouncing one of them to the deck.
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying, but also that's looking through the lens of the way things are right now. However, he also is kind of an anti-agility card in that if they're already playing units with agility, he doesn't really have that drawback. Instead, is just going to bounce stuff anyways, and he's huge. Right? So he's like anti-agility tech card? Kind of?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I need
also, like that's just a huge body for the cost.
6 cost with 5 attack.
13 stats for 6 is no joke. Yeah, that's a lot of stats for only 6.
Like I definitely could see him being played, but like you've got to like in such a way. Okay, if I give my opponent agility, I got to be able to deal with it, and making sure that this dude hits, so that I start bouncing. Especially if they got big units on the board that you don't want to deal with, and you want to get rid of them immediately. So Dante's cool for that. So that's why I was like, okay, I want to see where this goes.
Interesting. Yeah.
All right. Next up is 0. He's a 5/1/10. He has rush. Attacking. If this unit's attack is 5 or lower, return the unit in front into the X pocket. If its attack is the same as the unit's attack.
Okay. So if it's 5 or lower and also matches.
It bounces the unit to the X pocket. And memory 4, he gains +1 attack. At memory 7, he gains +1 attack.
Okay, so you can kind of control what he's going to deploy at.
Yeah, so if I'm understanding this correctly, so you'd say you get memory 7, you drop him, he's got rush, he hits the unit in front, that unit's got attack is 5 or lower, and you hit...
they both have to be the same. So if you have memory 7, he will drop in as a 3/10, and then it's only going to bounce if the opposing unit is also 3 attack.
Yeah.
Right, so you're dropping him at 1, 2, or 3 attack based on memory, and then he'll bounce if it's equal to, and they're both less than 5. But he can only be dropped at 1, 2, or 3 unless you're buffing him in hand, which there are ways to do. But it's
yeah. So
that's a lot more work. But yeah,
it's a lot more work. But yeah, so he's bouncing the same attack in front of him, which is cool. But yeah, I think
three in particular is nice though because that's Tube Fox.
yeah, it's a lot of units with 3 attack, but gotta hit that memory 7. That's all.
Yeah.
So that's 0. Now onto the black cards. Oichi, human spirit, 5 cost 2/9. When played, she destroys one other random friendly spirit unit and place it back in the previously occupied board slot. If the slot is occupied, the unit will not be placed. So she can reset a spirit.
Right. Which a lot of them have on death effects. So, like, gain AP or buff another spirit or decrease the cost of something in your hand, right? Those are pretty commonly played spirit effects. So, maybe.
I think I could see play. Maybe one of.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I mean, if something gets sealed, it's a great way to kind of get around that, right? Because then you get rid of it, and then you can replace it without the seal.
Yeah, so that's a good way to deal with that stuff. So.
Some anti-seal tech in some ways, yeah.
So, yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Love to see what else comes from that. Albert Wesker, I actually I've been trying to wrap my head around this. So he's a 6 cost, he has 3/4. He's got Revenge, +1/+3. When played, he place one Albert Wesker on the field inflicted with seal.
Okay.
So I've been trying to wrap my head, like, does he take it from your deck, or he just places another Albert Wesker and it's got seal?
No, I think he places the second one. So for 6, you get 2 3/4s, one of which will have Revenge.
Yep.
And then you'll get him back, and you'll get a 4/7, and then a sealed 3/4 with it.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, even just 2 3/4s for 6 is not terrible.
Yeah, so you get 2 3
like
6,
that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I'm just wondering.
I don't know if it's great, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, because it's already inflicted with seal, so I'm wondering, okay, so what do I need to do about that sealed unit to potentially put him into the deck? I'm looking at a way to try to cycle that specific unit.
I feel like there's definitely at least one black action that gives something Revenge, right?
Yes, there is.
It gives it Revenge plus something. Yeah, so that's probably the easiest way of doing it.
It's a 2-cost action. It gives a Revenge, and it dies immediately, and it gains +2 plus something.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, so there's a card that does that.
This also seems like maybe just good ascend fodder, right? A way, like generating tokens is something black is always looking to do to have more stuff to ascend on. Things like G adult, G young. This feels a little more consistent in that you just play it and you just get the token.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's ready to go, and then you drop your Fox on it so that's 9 total to have the 3/4, and then also the token to be ascended on. So yeah, that's not terrible. I would say that's one of the better of this particular grouping of units as far as what we're looking at right now. Each hero's unit, I think this is probably one of the more interesting ones as far as like having an application right now.
Yeah. Nah, that's definitely something there. And finally, I believe this is the last one, Nergigante. He's a 3-cost 1/8. Attacking, sack 2 life and gain 1 attack. I like this.
All right.
I like this.
I do too. That's really greedy, and I like that. Yeah.
It's very greedy.
Yeah, no, it's really greedy. I mean, it's great for getting your life sack train started also, if you're playing like Spike Launch, right?
Yeah, this is
always what I'm thinking about. How can I make Spike Launch work?
Yeah, this is the perfect card for Spike Launch. This is a 3 of because he's got a good body. And
he's a 3-drop.
He's a 3-drop. And he gains +1 attack every time he's attacking.
Yeah, he might kill you, but that's the life you live when you're playing Spike Launch. So it's fine.
It's fine. That's the risk when playing this dude.
I like that as a 3-drop for sure.
Oh, sorry. And Akuma. My bad. Forgot. Akuma.
Oh, right.
4-drop 3/2. He has Crush. Whenever another unit dies, gain 1 HP. Ascension. Destroy all enemy units with 3 or less HP.
Ah, okay. Black Ascend cards. Glad they're printing those. That's actually pretty cool.
His values is probably something to be really considered because it is 3/2. Like he can die pretty easily.
Yeah.
But he has Crush, so
Crush helps a lot with that. Yeah.
Crush helps with that. Whenever another unit dies, so it's any unit, not yours, 1 HP. So I guess Raging Demon, you give him some HP, he pops the unit in front. If there's 3 or less, he'll destroy it. He'll gain more HP off that.
Yeah, and also notably, he costs 4 and not 3, which is actually a benefit. That's like it's better for him to cost 4 than 3 for like mirror matches and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll agree.
At least right now.
Yeah.
At least right now. Yeah. That will change, but Interesting. Yeah, that seems pretty playable, especially post rotation.
Post rotation, I can see that.
Crush is just good. Crush is just a really strong mechanic. Like,
yeah, Crush is kind of dumb with agility. It really is. It's just like, oh god,
yeah.
what do I do? I can't. Otani revealed that.
Yeah. Giving Otani agility is real good. It could be the same for Akuma there.
Yeah. Action cards present each hero's story from Ada's perspective. What was happening in the shadows while each hero was aiming for the land of illusion. Those truths will finally be revealed. So a lot of the stories are going to be revealed from the looks of things, I think.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. And that's it. And then there is a 2021 3.3 update. So 21.3 update.
I take that to mean March.
March
2021, yeah.
So this all happens, I think the 28th we're getting the updates, but then 1st of March is when Ada Wong will drop with all her expansion and all that. But on the 28th, I think we'll get the new title screen.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to show it, but I can't.
10 free packs also?
Yeah, 10
for
free
everybody
packs.
of the new set, as they usually do. So, the freebies are very welcome. This is all in the next 10 days. This is all going down.
Make sure you jump on the bandwagon and get your stuff, guys, because you'll want it.
Yeah, everything is very exciting except for the delay in set rotation. But I say delay, but really, they've never announced a date, so it's not really delayed. It's just, man, that could have come with the last set and would have been great.
Yeah, 100% agree.
But it's coming. That's the most important thing, is that it's coming, and we know when it's coming, and it'll be here. So, even if you've been put off of the game by that, you don't have too much longer to wait.
I agree. Hang on, I'm trying to think. I think I may have actually tweeted out because I saw the update. Oh, here we go. So here's the new TEPPEN. So this looks cool. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. There's a lot going on there. You can see everybody.
We can see everyone. It's finally a new update.
Everyone is there.
Which means I'll probably update my background as well on the TPN news here. So
I got to fix all my stuff too. Yeah, because that's what I'm using right now. We've kind of merged ours together here. You can see. Let's see which way.
Chun-Li.
I'm flipped. Yeah, you can see Chun kind of merged together. That's actually mine and his merging.
This was the first time experiment thing, so I was trying this out. So yeah,
we just slammed it together and called it good.
That's the new thing. I'm trying to think. Was there anything else with a dark agenda? Trying to cover pros. Oh yeah. So I think this is nearly an hour's video, so I'm going to try to work this video down and condense a little. I will do another video. I want to just quickly go over what things look like without the 3 expansions. So we're gonna do that. We'll put that in another video, guys. So if you want to check that one as well. So thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this TPN news. Thank you, Chopstick, as always, being lovely and giving your inputs on this. So a dark agenda or Ada comes out. Comes out.
Can I plug my stuff real quick?
Go for it, my man.
Horrible Chop on Twitter, Horrible Chopstick on Twitch. All right, that's it.
Yeah, so you know where to catch him. He'll be playing TEPPEN with us. Obviously, we'll be jumping on the bandwagon when this all jumps out. We'll be doing pack openings. I know I will be doing it, pack openings, or just literally just crafting the cards because I can. And then we're going to just see what can really be adjusted, because obviously not all the cards have been revealed. Actually, there was another card revealed by TPN Asia. This one, if you can see this one, it's got Ada stabbing Rathos in the back. So all the stuff that she's done, there's been some new updates. So that was revealed. If I can get the translation on that one. I wish I got the English translation, but I did not understand. Resurrected, the king of flying dragons who can rule the sky. From the tip of the dagger, the vibration of life rushes. The turn is not over yet. That's the translation for this card. Rekindling of life, and I don't know.
There was one other card that we didn't talk about, but did get revealed. It's the 2-cost red action legendary. That's effectively memory, deal damage equal to how many actions you've used, and it caps at 10, but it's spread amongst enemies.
Yes,
so,
you're right. Oh, dang.
Well, more of that. That's really annoying, but also with rotation, it should be fine, because a lot of the stuff that does that kind of similar effect will be rotating out. But yeah, it's for the next 2 months. That's just another great red legendary to jam in your deck's full of red legendary. Yeah,
here it is.
It's got Strider on it. Yeah.
Strider on it looks cool as hell. I love the design for Strider they got going here. So,
I don't know who's up in the air there, but that looks cool. I assume that's some Strider villain, maybe?
Yes, from the Strider universe.
Okay.
So yeah, deal damage equal to the number of action cards used in this battle plus 1. Split among all enemy units, maximum 10 damage. So this card has a cap.
State of nothingness explosion.
State of nothing explosion. If a unit is destroyed by this damage, you randomly explore for option A, B, or C. I'm pretty
Which
sure
are the same as on the Strider Legendary card.
on the Strider Legendary. So yeah, so I
Yep.
think that's what they're calling them. Option A, B, option C. So that's what they've defaulted the names to.
That has to be placeholder. You're not really going to call them option A, B, or C, are you? Come on, guys. At least have real names for the cards. Like,
I don't know.
You're not going to name the cards anymore?
I guess that's what they're going for because it's in the text of this card as well.
Yeah, I guess it's better than having like 13 different versions of Ada and Ryu, right? Like, and they all have the same name.
Yeah. That's what I was concerned about the Albert Wesker card. Like that, the Wesker, he brings an Albert Wesker. I'm like,
Right.
So if I put
which one?
Where do I put another Wesker in my deck? Do I put Heir to Ambition Wesker in my
Legendary
deck?
Wesker, yeah,
And then
exactly.
He just brings it to the field.
Yeah, no, please. I forgot. I posted a big long thread like a week or a week and a half ago of just like, hey, here's what's going on with TEPPEN. Here's a bunch of problems. Here's a bunch of solutions. I forgot the name thing is another one that really irks me. That there's so many units that have the exact same name. Why not call it, like, all right, Ryu, and then there's like Fate-Defying Ryu, but like all the other Ryus are basically the same, right? So like, why not give them all some variation? You know?
Yes.
Angry Ryu. Okay,
Angry
great. At
Ryu.
least there's differentiation there, right? So that's what we know how to Ryu. Whatever. Give them some name. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, option A, B, and C. Wonderful.
Wonderful. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be doing, I guess, the next video, and we'll have a look at some of the cards. So it probably won't be as long as this one, but I do apologize that this is a long video. But there was just a lot to unpack.
I don't apologize.
Chat doesn't apologize, but
It's not my video though.
I'll do what I can. But anyway, appreciate everyone. Thanks again for watching. Have a nice day. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.